Because empty space is continuous, undivided, locally there is no single pattern of rest anywhere in the universe. Because empty space is locally continuous, there is no pattern of absolute rest anywhere in the universe. As there is nowhere in the universe an absolute standard situation of rest, every kind of relative motion is locally possible in the universe, because every kind of relative motion is always also a perfect situation of rest, since locally the standard situation does not exist. All of physics, all concepts of physics are nothing more than variations of the concept or the idea of movement. All concepts in physics are only or describe motions. All physics is formed only by movements. The total lack of absolute references for the definition of movements means that movements can only exist locally by comparison. For the universe as a whole, no motion exists because all motion is always also a perfect state of rest. The physical concept of time is also a movement. When everything is frozen, still, time doesn't pass, does not exist. Being a movement, time only exists locally. For the universe as a whole, time does not exist. If time does not exist for the universe as a whole, since for the universe as a whole, motion is always also a perfect situation of rest, it makes no sense to speak about the origin of the universe. The universe as a whole is outside of time. Time can only exist within the universe locally. The universe as a whole is therefore eternal. For the universe as a whole, time does not pass. Thus, the universe as a whole is always locally immutable in its laws and physical principles of operation. Physics has always been the same for eternity as it is today, and will always be the same for eternity as it is today. Even if galaxies are observed moving away from us, even though there were huge colossal explosions in the past, this does not mean that there was an origin of the universe. An origin of the universe is a physically impossible fact since the universe is outside of time, not affected by time, not subject to time. All the laws of motion, all of physics only work and exist only locally. They do not exist for the universe as a whole since all motion is always also a perfect situation of rest for the universe due to the continuity of empty space. The exact and constant proportionality always present between quantity of matter and quantity of motion found in Kepler's laws, Newton's laws and Einstein's laws of motion reveals that matter is nothing but pure motion. Matter has no other nature than motion. In an eternal and infinite universe that is outside of time, time is always an event located within the universe. The laws and principles of physics never change, they always work the same way. The repetition of the functioning of physics and the eternity of the universe make it impossible for the existence of new or original physical phenomena in the universe. All physical events repeat themselves for eternity in exact copies. As a material body, man is also a physical phenomenon totally subject to the laws of physics, and also repeats itself in exact copies for eternity. The consciousness of every human being is totally tied to their physical body. Consciousness, memories are totally dependent on the physical body. The universe restores any kind of consciousness lost all the time, faithfully restores any physical body. The immutability of the laws and principles of physics and the eternity of the universe logically point to this. Big Bang, the beginning that never existed. The Big Bang theory is an outdated theory for not being symmetrical. The Big Bang theory as the alleged origin of the universe is directly contrary to Albert Einstein's theory of relativity. The theory is based on the fact that all galaxies observed here have a red shift in color, which by the Doppler effect would mean that all galaxies are moving away from each other through space. Thanks for watching, subscribe to my channel and give your like if you enjoy it.